ChopStation Sports. Listen, we're gonna go through and do our weekly pick'em, and I gotta check to see what my record was because I had the video for you guys last week with the weekly pick'em, but it was too much lighting and all that stuff going on. I didn't want to put that out because it wasn't excellence. But I think I did better next week. I'll tell you my overall record next week when we do our weekly pick'em. This week, let's get right to it. I got the Rams over the 49ers. I got the Ravens over the Jags. Defensively, Jags are going to look good, but the Ravens are kind of surprising right now. I got the Browns over the Colts. Say what? I'm going to repeat. I have the Browns over the Colts. Eagles over the Giants. Giants O-line is just horrible. Dolphins over the Jets. Broncos over the Bills. Panthers over the Saints. Go Panthers. Yes, always go Panthers. Steelers over the Bears. This is a toss-up game of the week, but I am going to take the Lions over the Falcons. I know, I'm still taking the Lions over the Falcons. Bucks over the Vikings. Sam Bradford plays. I still don't think he'll be 100%, and I'm going to take the Bucks in this case. I'm going to take the Pats over the Texans. I hate to do that because I like Deshaun, but I'm going to take the Pats. Seahawks over the Titans. That may be a surprise game. The Seahawks defense is good, but Marcus Mariota and that Titans offensive line is very special as well. So that's kind of a toss-up game. It just depends on whether the Titans defense can really show up and continue to harass Russell Wilson like he's been harassed. I don't understand why they're not putting the offensive line around this guy, but I'm still going to take the Seahawks. Packers over the Bengals. I think that's going to be the end of the Andy Dalton era. I think it's time for them to check out A.J. McCarron at least. I'm going to be surprised if Marvin Lewis makes it through the season. Hopefully they can turn around. They have the talent. I'm not sure what's wrong there. Chiefs over the Chargers. Raiders over the Redskins. And this one is I'm going to take the Cards. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Listen, I think that the Cardinals defense can keep them in the game. And I think that although Carson Palmer's getting older, and I was looking at fantasy stats, because I do play fantasy. I was looking at fantasy stats, and Larry Fitzgerald, his yards, he got some receptions last week, but his yards weren't really where I thought they should be. But again, I mean, he's a little bit older. That doesn't mean that he's not still great, but he's still older. So I'm just going to take the Cards in that. And I think their defense is getting healthier. I think their defense is starting to gel a little more with losing pieces. So I just take the Cards in that game. So there you have it. NFL Weekly Pick'em. Let's look really quickly at the NCAA. All right, this is going to be pretty easy. Alabama, I got Clemson, I got Oklahoma. I think that would put Baylor at 0-4. Not a great start for a head coach at Baylor with those facilities and the standards. Penn State, USC, Oklahoma State, Washington, Michigan, Wisconsin is off, and I got Ohio State. Pretty much any surprises in there, I'm going to be surprised. So I just took the regular house picks, point totals, spreads, blowouts in those games. That Oklahoma State TCU is always a shocker. They give you that one game that year where it's kind of a shocker. Excuse me, I don't see any other games that I think could really be close. Unless Baylor shows up and Oklahoma has a bad game, then Baylor does have that talent to be able to stick with you. They should. So, but beyond that, I think it'll stay the same. So as always, like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, see you next week. One team, ChopStation.